Bitcoin has seen a massive breakdown, and this could mean a very big shift on the trend direction where Bitcoin is heading towards next. So in today's update video, I'm exactly explaining what happened on this most recent breakdown on Bitcoin, what we could be expecting as the next price targets for Bitcoin. I will talk about the funding rates, which are right now flipping negative, and I will be explaining exactly what this means, how I am going to be opening up a new trade on Bitcoin right now, and how I am planning to still make millions of dollars of this next retracement we are seeing right here on Bitcoin. So I will be explaining my strategy. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap on that like button. Once again, back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And once looking at the imminent short term, we can clearly start to see that Bitcoin indeed has created that ascending triangle like we discussed on yesterday's video. And after we saw the ascending triangle breaking down, I told everyone out there on the channel that we've still got this upward sloping support line on the 4-hourly, and we still had this horizontal support on the 4-hour, which was of course providing a lot of support in the past. But currently we have officially been breaking below this 4-hour big support level, and right now we are actually trading below it. So I think that we're seeing a clear I believe we're seeing a very clear shift in what currently is playing out here on the Bitcoin 4-hourly time frame. If you've been following the channel for quite a while, you do still know that I have set up a large amount of Bitcoin buy orders on this orange level right here. And this orange box, I've still got all my orders set up at, and I have set up orders at $60,000, at $59,000, and as we're going to come lower, I'm also going to set up some orders around $58,000, and those are going to be in total more than $1 million worth of Bitcoin buy orders. And I'm going to be opening up a trade over there, since I do believe that the bottom is going to get found somewhere around $60,000. So currently Bitcoin is breaking lower, and I am once again prepared for Bitcoin to do both scenarios. Just like I said in the previous dip on Bitcoin, I will not sell any Bitcoin right now out of anticipation that Bitcoin is going to be going lower. But if Bitcoin were to be coming down, I am going to be opening up a massive long position. So that is basically the strategy that I currently have in mind for Bitcoin. And yes, if Bitcoin already bounces towards the upside, it would be unfortunate. I would miss out on my position. But like you know, I have got a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin portfolio. So from my spot position, I will already massively benefit from Bitcoin bouncing already. So that way, I am trading Bitcoin towards both directions, and I'm benefiting from Bitcoin going towards both directions. And what is very important to understand is that Bitcoin right now could potentially start to consolidate in an even bigger consolidation phase, because here on the 12-hour time frame, we're breaking this very important upward sloping support line. And actually what you can start to see that maybe on the daily time frame, Bitcoin is just creating a lower high right now here, and we are still creating higher lows as well. And this could potentially mean that we're creating a new daily consolidation phase for Bitcoin, which could take definitely a little bit longer than we have been seeing before. So maybe Bitcoin is not even done with consolidating at all, and we're still in this consolidation phase. And yes, I still do believe that right now we are still in a small little uptrend here on the daily time frame, and potentially, like I said earlier, we could be seeing some big wicks towards the downside, and any potential wick towards the downside would be a massive opportunity for Bitcoin. But it looks to me that we're still consolidating in a new pattern. And yes, while the funding rates were actually quite high yesterday, and I've discussed this many times before as well, the funding rates are actually turning negative right now here, and maybe if Bitcoin dumps even further, the funding rates will become even more negative. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you do know that I've explained this many times before, but what I'm here to point out is that the biggest opportunity in that next Bitcoin bull run is going to be lying at the points where the funding rates go negative, because that is usually the point where the big reversal tends to be happening, and where the least amount of risk is there to be opening up a Bitcoin long position. So it happened over here, it happened over here, it happened over here, it happened over here, and you can see that basically every single time once the funding rates go negative or neutral, it is a good opportunity to be opening up Bitcoin long positions. And yes, right now we're seeing that the funding rates is starting to dip negative. It's not officially closed negative yet, but it is about to be indicating that we're going to be having a massive opportunity. So this could already be the final shakeout for Bitcoin before we're going to be seeing that all-time high getting crushed, because yes, we did know that volatility was extremely low. And right now, basically, we're seeing another shakeout. And if we're looking at the liquidation heat map, we can still see that there's more than $1 billion worth of Bitcoin liquidations laying on the top side. And yes, I still do believe that we are most likely going to be grabbing this liquidity out of the market, and that Bitcoin is indeed still going to be pushing up higher. And I am very bullish on Bitcoin right now here. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin indeed is going to be dropping even lower. I think that actually Bitcoin is most likely going to be pushing up higher from this point rather than continuing downwards before going higher, because I still think that the market is overly bullish right now here. But only yesterday we saw a slight little outflow from the spot Bitcoin ETF. We saw an approximately $85 million worth of Bitcoin flowing out of the ETF. But guys, if you want to be trading this move or the next move on Bitcoin, or if you want to be joining me with my trade here on Bitcoin, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video, because yes, on today's video's link description you can find a link where you can claim a free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum. And all you need to do to claim this insane deposit bonus is sign up a new account using that link below, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you will get a free $200 trade on Bybit. So if you're interested in trading, check it out in the link description of today's video. Going further in towards the content, of course, we can see that Bitcoin is consolidating, but also yesterday we saw actually more than 16,000 Bitcoins getting withdrawn from Coinbase Pro, which means that there still is a lot of Bitcoin supply going out of circulation, because yes, as there is going to be less and less available supply on these exchanges, there is going to be less Bitcoin available to be buying on the market, and that is just an extremely bullish thing here. And yes, yesterday again, we saw a large outflow from Coinbase Pro, and they only have gotten approximately 300,000 Bitcoin left on their exchange. So yeah, as time is continuing, I do believe that Bitcoin is becoming more and more scarce. And yes, currently we're only 16 days out before the next Bitcoin halving is going to be here. And of course, yes, after the next Bitcoin halving, we are really going to be most likely go exponential, because after the next halving, we're going to see the supply production even get cut in half once again. And this is happening in 16 days. And historically speaking, always after the Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin goes the most exponential. So make sure to prepare for that. Bitcoin also is right now once again dipping below the previous all-time high. I don't really think this is all too bearish, but we are currently retesting the previous all-time high after last week candle was of course close above the all-time high. So this was it from me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash up that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.